Alright, what is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase. Today we'll be looking at the mod called the Undergarden. So I've built a little, a little research center here for the Undergarden. And so let's just take a look at some of the things that the Undergarden adds. The Undergarden is a dimension mod, and it adds, well, a lot of biomes inside this dimension. So it adds a different type of stone, well, multiple different types of stone. This whole place is made of depth rock. It's a kind of like essentially green cobblestone. You can break it. You can make some polished stone from it. I also have shiver stone. Shiver stone will slow you down when you walk on it. This is some shiver stone coal. So you can see here I'm a little bit slower in comparison. If I were to walk on this, it feels normal. And if I walk on this, it feels a little slower. Any sort of overworld ores that you can find, you can also find in the Undergarden. We have some diamond, and the Undergarden also adds some of its own ore. This is cloggrum. It's the Undergarden's equivalent of iron, approximately. So for example here, I'm going to take out the cloggrum sword. If you look at the stats here, 7. And we took out an iron sword here, 6. So it's a little bit better than an iron sword, I would say. And we also have some frost steel, which is also another rare ore. I think it can be only found in its frozen biome. It's like there's a very interesting biome there, which is all frozen over. I'm going to remove all these items from my inventory here. And then we have Utherium. Utherium is a rare ore that's found very low or high up in the Undergarden. And it makes some pretty strong tools too. Let's take a look at this. 7.5 and deals bonus damage to a certain type of mob type that is found within the Undergarden, some rot spawn. So 7.5, it's like almost as good as a diamond sword, I think. Diamond sword does 7. Actually, it's better than a diamond sword, so that's pretty good. And then we have the frost steel sword. It slows targets, so it's like an iron sword, but it slows targets. And then finally, we have regalium ore, which is kind of like the equivalent of, I would say, like emeralds. There are some villagers inside the Undergarden. Well, they're not villagers, but there are some indigenous species that you can trade with, and you can use regalium to trade with them. There's also this item, the Forgotten Sword, and it's made from forgotten ingots. So we look at the, sorry, I'm going to switch over here. If we look at the recipe for it, I believe on the smithing table, you have to take a cloggrum sword and a forgotten ingot, and you can make a forgotten sword. And I believe a forgotten ingot is dropped by a certain specific boss within the Undergarden. So that's really cool. We also have a masticated chest plate. This thing is also built from masticator scales. A masticator is yet another special boss from the Undergarden. And the special thing about it is that it's got thorns 5. Very good, because I think in vanilla you can't really get more than like thorns 3, I believe. So it's pretty strong. We also have a cloggrum shield here. I have one in my right hand right now. It's just a regular shield, but like more healthy, like has more health. It also looks really cool. I have a whole lot of other gear on that is not from the Undergarden, so please do not be confused. But yeah, the cloggrum shield. It also adds your standard armor sets. Frost steel. I believe frost steel makes you move slower. Let me take. Okay. We're going to pick up an armor set. Frost steel makes you move slower, but it also makes it so that you are not knocked back as well, I think. I think you have higher knockback resistance. So you see here, the whole set is very tanky. I don't know if I would want to wear frost steel, though, because speed is quite vital. There's also the Utherium set. I believe the Utherium set is probably the best set here. 3, so this is 8 and 3, while this is only 6. And let's pull up a diamond chestplate comparison. Diamond chestplate is only 8 and 2. This is 8 and 3, so it's very tough. Much tougher. So anyways, masticated chestplate here. So now that we've looked at these guys, we can also take a look. So here's the cloggrum that gets dropped as well. The forgotten nugget, make a forgotten ingot. So let's look at some other items here. So we have a shard torch. I actually have one in my hand here. It looks kind of like a normal torch, but it doesn't look like it does anything right now. But it does do something special, which we'll show you guys later, so in a little demo. And we also have a new weapon that is added, a slingshot. So a slingshot fires pebbles. It fires depth rock pebbles. So how do I get depth rock pebbles? So let's see. Let's look over here. depth rock pebbles can be made from depth rock. You can make 9 depth rock pebbles in a stone cutter. Also, apparently Twilight Force, you can use that too. But so there's some compatibility there. So depth rock pebbles, they can also be dropped from certain mobs. And so based on how far you pull it back, it will deal different amounts of damage. So let's just go into our little obsidian rage cage here. To demonstrate what's going to happen here. Actually, before we demonstrate that, I have the Shiverstone set up for some other reason. And that other reason is because we have some explosives. So we got a blister bomb, a boom gourd, and a flint and steel. So let's go and set these guys off first. So blister bomb is a item you can trade for with the villagers that live in the Undergarden. I'm just going to seal this up a little bit. And a blister bomb is literally just a little grenade. Pretty effective. It does not seem to, it seems to break brick slabs just quite easily. I thought the brick slabs would be resistant to breaking. But you can see our Shiverstone is quite resistant against the blister bomb. And we also have a boom gourd here, which I can set on fire. And it should just explode. A boom gourd, if you are interested, is made from a bunch of blister bombs and a gloom gourd. Gloom gourd is found within the Undergarden, so you can always find it. So let's go and spawn some zombies here. We got a little zombie spawn egg here. I just want to showcase the effectiveness of our blister bomb here. So zombies are at full health right now. Ooh. There's a little cooldown on it, as you can see, so you can't spam it all the time. But it's basically just like a grenade that's also like not a potion. Which is really nice. So let's just close all these things. And then now, I guess now that we're here, we can also shoot the zombie with our slingshot. So not a lot of damage, but a lot of knockback. All right, but we can also do something like this. If you have enough pebbles, you can just mow down your opponents. It doesn't go very far. So for example here, you see, it doesn't go very far. But if I'm like... This is like a machine gun. This is like the OG bow and arrow. It does 1 damage. 1 heart of damage. And I think if you fully pull it back, it still only does 1 heart damage. So, it's mostly just like an old bow and arrow. Ooh, this zombie dropped something. That's really cool. That's from a mod. That's not related to this mod at all. Anyways, yeah, that's that for some of the unique weapons here. There's also something else that you can get here. Hold on, I'm going to move that into my inventory so I don't forget it later. I think it's called Scintillating Goo Ball. So I'm going to take this out, and hopefully it should register right away. So the goo ball here, you can put it down on the... I can eat it, apparently. Okay, no, I don't want to eat it. I didn't know I can eat... I didn't know I can eat it, but you can shoot it, and you can see here it's been gooed. So what happens to the goo? Well, you're super slow on the goo, and you can't jump. Like, I can't jump. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. So yeah, that's what the goo is for. The goo can naturally be found elsewhere. It can also be destroyed by an explosion. So yeah, the goo can be naturally found in the Undergarden from a certain mob that will create it. Thank you very much. Please let me out. All right, we're out of here. We're out of the rage cage. All right. And that's, I would say, some of the most interesting parts of, like, in terms of, like, some weapons, gear, and other stuff. So let's go and look at some of the mobs over here. So I built a little area here where we can probably try and, like, 1v1 some of the mods. The portal is just up there, if you guys can see. We're going to go into the dimension. Don't worry. I'm not going to, like, tease you guys for that long. But let's see. Let's put everything away. I think it's actually a good idea to hold on to the shard torch here. So first we have, let's look at the brute here. So the brute is this scary looking guy. He actually is not hostile. He's not hostile. It's hard to believe. But let me set my game mode here to survival. There we go. You can see here, he's not hostile. There's probably gonna be a bunch of like things that are come at me. So I'm gonna poke him though. And now he's gonna, oh, he's not gonna attack me. Oh, he's after me. He's after me. I think he's stuck though. Yeah, he's stuck. Okay, well, I have a huge set of thorns armor, So when you kill him, he drops 2 Brute Tusk. I have a lot of fortune, so, you know, looting. So yeah, Brute Tusk, what do you use them for? You can make some bone meal. That's really nice. Oh my god, there's phantoms. There we go. Alright, anyways, let's get over here. And let's put, well, let's go back into creative mode, boys. Game mode C. There we go. If you guys are wondering why I'm not turning the rain off, it's because I think the rain is quite atmospheric for what we're doing here. Now, brutes will also defend other mobs from the Undergarden that are peaceful. So all these guys over here are peaceful. So the Dweller is your equivalent of like something you can ride on. So you can see here, you can ride on the Dweller. You can control the Dweller with a bean. An under bean on a stick. I'll take a look at the under bean on a stick. So you can see here the Dweller is very interested in this under bean. So if you ride on him, you can tell him where to go just by pointing the under bean, and you can stop. And look at that. So Dweller, very useful mount here that you got. And it's got the added bonus of being deliciously edible. Oh, you didn't catch on fire. Oh, because it's raining. All right, Dweller, come on. All right, so you could Dweller here, drop some Dweller steaks. Usually they are raw. You can see here, yeah, they're raw Dweller meat. And when you cook them, thanks to my fire aspect that's built in, they're delicious. So Dwellers, overall, very useful. They also drop leather. They're like a cow that you can ride. So pretty good. Anyways, over here, we have a Gloomper. A Gloomper is a frog. It's a very big frog boy. You can find him in the swamp dimensions. And he's generally just very chill. Doesn't do anything. Until you hit him. And then so now he gives you a status effect called Virulence. So Virulence is kind of like Wither. It's kind of like Wither. You're like poisoned. You're losing health and stuff. And when you kill the Glomper, he drops Glomper legs, which are edible. He also drops leather. And raw Glomper leg can be cooked. I think you can also... Oh, you can't craft anything with it. Okay, never mind. I thought you could craft something with it. Yeah, you can't craft anything with it. Okay, well, that was kind of disappointing. Ah, phantoms. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I have a bunch of mods installed right now, so just ignore the other guys here. Can I rotate this back? It's bothering me. Oh my... I swear, these phantoms, man. I need thorns to be higher. Anyways, we have here a Mog. A Mog is probably the cutest thing ever. So let me just get out of this game mode here. Mogs are super adorable. You don't really want to kill them. These guys are so cute. They're like little moving rocks. Yeah, they're like little baby rocks here. And if you know what to do with them, they're actually quite harmless. So you take a shear, and you can shear them, and you get Mog Moss. What do you use with Mog Moss? Well, Mog Moss is very, very useful. It's like the wool of the Undergarden. You can make a depth rock bed, which resets your spawn point. You can also make some rugs. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. I don't know if it's edible. I don't think it's edible. So you can shear these guys. They will regrow their fur. If you choose to kill them, I'm doing this for science purposes. I'm sorry, guys. They will drop a lot of depth. Well, they'll drop some depth rock pebbles. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this last guy in here, this little critter in here, because I do want to showcase what happens when you attack a non-hostile mob when there's a brute around. So let's see. Here's the Skintling, probably one of the most annoying little things you'll ever see. It's a slug, and you see that goo on the ground? Yeah, he's the guy who makes the glue. Wherever he goes, he generates this goo. You can easily break the goo with your hands. I think it's a little harder when you're not in creative, though. That's about it. He drops goo balls. That's it. He's just overall kind of annoying. And then what do we have here? We have a Stoneborn. Ah, yes, the Stoneborn. So the Stoneborn... Remember when I said you could trade, guys? The Stoneborn is the guy you want to trade with. I'll just put him down here. Oh, he has nausea. Oh, he doesn't like being outside of the Undergarden. Yeah, he doesn't like being outside of the Undergarden. He's, well, we'll go find some Stoneborn in the Undergarden. He's very powerful. He has 50 health. Oh, he drops a bomb? I didn't know that. Well, you learn some new things every day, boys. I didn't realize the Stoneborn drops a bomb. Well, now we do, boys. Now we do. Let's just fix this area up. Block off this area here. Okay, well, I didn't know the Stoneborn dropped like a suicide bomb when he died. I didn't know that. Okay, so be careful when you're killing your Stoneborns here. They obviously don't like being killed. Splendor gem. Ooh, that's a nice gem. Sorry, this is from another mod, guys. Don't worry about it. I have a lot of stuff from another mod. Let's get rid of these depth rock pebbles. Okay, so those are basically all of the neutral mobs. Is this guy injured? He's a little injured. Okay, here is a brute. I'm going to put him down. I'll put down a few brutes here. Brutes, by the way, will absolutely maul you if you are not wearing the amount of armor that I am wearing. So I attack this guy. I'm just bullying now. Is the brute going to attack me? That's very interesting. So I thought the brutes defended... I guess the brutes don't defend Mogs. Alright. I guess they don't defend Mogs. Meanwhile, these phantoms are being very annoying. Okay. I swear they actually... Maybe I just need some other ones. I think they might defend dwellers? Oh my god. I spawned him in the wall. Well, good thing he's gonna put himself out of his own misery. Okay, I'll put down a dweller here. Let's do this. I'll hit a dweller. Maybe I might have... okay, well, I thought brutes defended... Maybe it's because they're not in the Undergarden. Alright. Okay, moving on, guys. Moving on, moving on. Oh my god. Alright, anyways. Moving on. Now we're gonna take a look at the hostile mobs within the Undergarden. So let me go back to game mode C here. Finally got rid of all those guys. Those guys were so annoying. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Make sure I don't get rid of the correct things though. So I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need Mogmoss. Don't need that. Okay, there we go. And then go bam, 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 bam. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna look at the Rot Boys. We got a Rot Walker, a Rot Beast, and a Rot Ling. So this is a Rot Ling. This is a Rot Walker. This is a Rot Beast. They are all hostile. Let's fight them. We're gonna take out the Rot Beast. That thing will probably kill itself on me. Oh my god, ow. Ow. So the Rot Beast is like a giant golem, basically. Nice. And it drops Etheric Shards. What do I use Etheric Shards for? I can use to craft a Shard Torch or an Eutherium Crystal. Remember those guys from back there? Eutherium Crystals? Those are great. Now, the Shard Torch is also very useful because you know what else it does? It damages these guys. You can see here. It's taking damage passively. Okay, it's probably a little hard to see on the Rotling, but the Rotwalker is passively damaged by this. Okay, I have thorns on, so that's not very helpful. But you can see here, it's being hurt by the torch. So that's why you want to have the Shard Torch around, because it's basically passive defense against these guys. I'm not going to spawn the Rot Beast. The Rot Beast is going to take forever to kill. So those are these guys, and now we also have, I think Sploogies are. That's an interesting name. Sploogies live in the water, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll actually let's take the Sploogie from here. How do I take the Sploogie out of here? Thank you, Sploogie. So I have a little water pool here. There's glitter kelp. Glitter kelp, I believe, is edible. We have some uses for it. You can make a gloom gourd pie, very delicious. You can also plant it down. So Sploogies, I think, are just like little sharks. Oh no, they're not sharks. Oh, these are Sploogies. I remember you. You're very annoying. They spit stuff at you. Goodbye, Sploogie. I think I sent him into the Shadow Realm. Anyways, let's take a look at some of our bosses here. We got the Forgotten Guardian. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to creative mode because I do want to keep this setup here nice and neat. Let me put down our Sploogie egg. Oh my god, who named it Sploogie, guys? Who named it Sploogie? So we got our Rotten Guardian, and we got our Masticator. To be fair, I have never faced either of these, and I think it might be harder to face them actually within the Undergarden. So here is the Forgotten Guardian. You can randomly run into him inside, I think, some of the maze fortresses within the Undergarden. I have yet to find a maze fortress, but I will probably find one for this video. One thing I don't know is whether or not the Shard Torch does damage to him. Nope. Shard Torch does not do damage to him. That's good to know. Now, this guy I don't think is any pushover at all. He's very strong. Okay, he only took 2 damage from my thorns. You can see here he's breaking the Clogram bars. Wow. I did not know he could do that. Alright. He's very strong. I'm only not taking damage because I have so much armor on. And he dropped some Forgotten Nuggets. I think it's very hard for him to drop Forgotten Nuggets, though. Let's repair this area first before we go and fight the next boss. So, boom, boom, boom. I didn't realize that that was exactly what I was going to do, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. If you guys are wondering what I have on my sword, it's this is what I have on my sword. Anyways, Masticator is where you get I think the Masticator is a very strong boss, guys. We may have put him in too small an area. I'm gonna have to recruit some help here. Hold on. Where are my golems, boys? I'm gonna have to recruit some help here, boys, before we get into here. We're gonna recruit some help for this fight. So, by the way, this is not part of the Undergarden, but we're gonna before the fight starts. I don't want to get mauled too hard. Okay, so wait, I need to give myself 2 of these, or 64. That's fine too. / game mode survival. All right, Masticator. Wow! Wait, never mind. Well, it turns out the nether golems are stronger than the Masticator. Well, he wasn't that strong. Netherite golems are stronger. Okay, well, that was uneventful. He dropped some Masticator scales. Yeah, it just goes to show how each mod is not calibrated for each other. Anyways, I guess the Masticator isn't that scary then. He just looks very scary. So those are the 2 boss mobs added in the Undergarden. We also have these guys here. So let me go back into create. You know what? We will just let the golems handle it from here. You know, I'm done fighting these 1v1. The golems seem to be even stronger than I am, so that's better. So we got a Nargoyle. So this is a different type of mob, and I think they spawn in the deeper cave levels. Yes. That's exactly what happened to it. It doesn't have a lot of health, but it runs really fast and it stalks you. This is hilarious. It's like they just get knocked over instantly. And we have a Muncher. A Muncher is like a little crocodile-looking thing. Yeah, its death sound is absolutely hilarious. This is bullying. Anyways, as you can see here, it drops a lot of ingots. Not ingots, like little nuggets here. Frost Steel and Clogram. And it spawns deep inside the Undergarden. You'll find it when you're mining. Ah, it's these guys, the Gwibs. All right, so the Gwibs, and we have a Gwibling. So Gwibling is harmless. It's like this little derpy little fish thing. Cute. And then we have a Gwib. That's the shark. This thing will try and eat you when you're inside the Undergarden. I'm going to keep it in my aquarium. Yeah, so those are the mobs you'll encounter in the Undergarden. And if you guys are wondering why haven't we entered the Undergarden fish? Oh, these guys don't have EMC? Ah, they're worthless to me. Anyways, if we haven't entered the Undergarden, it's because I just want to showcase what it offers first, and then we're going to go inside of it. So here's a little mini, I guess like a little mini biosphere of some of the things you'll encounter. There's this droop vine here, which has some berries. These things are edible. If there's some wood, oh no, this is from a different mod, never mind. There are trees inside here though. The shimmer weed produces light. It's like a natural light source. We have these little ditch bulbs here. I believe you can plant them, or I think you can also like use them for something. You can use them for something here. You can make ditch bulb paste, which you can use to make torches or campfires. You can also use it as fuel. So ditch bulbs are like sort of like charcoal, I guess. And here's the underbean. They grow everywhere. Deep turf is another biome that you will encounter. You can right click on these guys, get underbeans, and you can plant it on anything that is like deep turf. Look at that, beautiful. And you'll also encounter a swamp biome, ashen deep turf. I don't think anything grows here. Oh no, something does grow here. Never mind. This is some virulent mix. It's like lava. If you fall into it, you will also get poisoned. You get the virulence status. Don't fall into it. There's mushrooms. You can use it to make some mushroom stews. Lots of kinds of mushrooms, actually. I really like it. There's more droop vines. And yeah. So, oh, grongle! There we go. Grongle is the type of wood that grows inside the Undergarden. So now that I've showed you guys like sort of like the little taster of the Undergarden, let's actually go there, boys. So let's enter the portal here. So what you need to build the portal, you need some stone bricks. I'm going to fill it out here so you guys can understand it more fully. That's what you got to do to make the portal, standard nether portal. I'm just going to destroy the sides because it doesn't look as nice. You will need a catalyst. So this catalyst here is very expensive. And in order to light the portal, you just have to click on it with the catalyst, with the right click. I've lit all 4 sides of this thing. Don't worry, they all transform me to the same place. And yeah, let's dive in. I'll show you what I have on the other side. All right, here's my base here. I have been playing around a little bit already, so we have a lot of droop vines here that I've put down. I kind of have like a little farm going on up here, so we have all these underbeans growing. I have some gloom gourds. These will grow into some pumpkins. You can also till the land. You gotta make sure it's deep turf though, and like this stuff here, deep soil. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, these guys don't need tilled land. So yeah, I have some other stuff here. We got a stone cutter here. I've kind of walled this area off, but I can show you guys down here. So you can see here the Undergarden is very dark. The droop vines produce light, as you can see here. So there are some light sources, and if you cannot fly, you will have a bad time. You will have a bad time because there's a lot of drops and stuff. There's also these little pebbles here on the ground. You can see there's a naturally occurring rot walker. Look at these shimmer weeds. So the small shimmer weeds are quite tiny. Oh, you can see here, there's a stoneborn. Get him, stoneborn. So the stoneborn just beat up that guy. You can right click on him to trade regalium. Got some more regalium. Get some blister bombs from him. You can also upgrade your axes into a Clogram battle axe. It's very powerful, plus 4 knockback. I have one here too, but I've completely kitted it out. So this has 17 knockback. So like, yeah, it's ridiculous. You'll find these guys just randomly here. You can see the flora and fauna here. They're just sort of happily existing. There's a lot of light. This biome is probably the safest one of them all, because of how much light there is. There is some, oh my god, the goo. There's some virulence here and there. But yeah, it's a very, see, you would have like taken a lot of damage falling into that. There's some sediment. It's equivalent of sand, really. And these are some mushrooms. Right over here is a grongle. What is a grongle? It's a tree. They also have some grongolets. I don't actually think you can, I don't like you can use them as slingshot ammo. I actually have no idea what happens when you use them as slingshot ammo. So you know what? Let's find out for science right now what happens. That's what it is. It's ethically questionable. Okay, good to know. Can I slingshot this? Oh, they don't do any damage! Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so I can use them as slingshot ammo. But that's basically it. They're just like little cute little decorations you can literally just place down. Like they don't do anything besides look cute on your trees. So there are trees here, a lot of vines, a lot of dark areas. These huge big mushrooms. So you can see here, this is one of those biomes where you'll likely find some glompers. It's very dark. It's very dark. I intentionally turned off my night vision so you guys can see just like what it looks like. I do have like a night vision equipment here somewhere in one of these bags. I think it's in this bag. Let me just duplicate it right now. So if I switch up my little superstitious hat, with the night vision goggles. Ooh, now we can see better. It doesn't look too bad if you have night vision. But if you don't have night vision, this place is really hard to navigate. Like, you almost cannot see where you are. And yeah, I also lost our way back home, so like it's very easy to get lost in here. Hey, look at that. There's some depth rock gold ore. Oh yes, this is where we came from. Well, kind of where we came from. So that's the base. So now I'm probably gonna see if I can show you some cinematic cuts of the mod. And yeah, that's probably about it.
In the rear with the gear. The tires. Let's light some fires. Need a light. They picked the wrong fight.